Let me tell you something that most women would never admit out loud, not even to their closest friends. Sometimes a single hug, the right kind, can create a deeper rush of excitement and connection than a kiss ever could. I've spent years talking with women who suddenly found themselves questioning everything in their relationship, or wondering if the spark with their partner had quietly faded, all because of one brief embrace from another man. It wasn't some long, dramatic clinch. It was just a short moment, but the way he held her shifted something inside. Her mind kept replaying it for days, even weeks. That feeling lingered like a quiet echo in her body, something she couldn't quite shake. You know how most hugs go? They're polite, almost like a quick handshake with arms. Friendly enough, sure, but completely forgettable. They scream, "We're just buddies and nothing more." Those hugs follow all the safe social rules, and as soon as they end, so does any chance of deeper feelings growing. But when a man understands how touch, presence, and the nervous system actually work together, everything changes. He doesn't just hug, he creates a memory that her body holds on to long after the moment passes. It's subtle, powerful, and incredibly human. Today, I want to share the simple, real science and psychology behind this kind of connection. By the end of our time together, you'll know one small adjustment to your posture and one specific place to rest your hand that can completely transform how a woman experiences you. This isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about showing up as a calm, steady presence, the kind of man who makes her feel truly seen and safe. If you're ready to explore this deeper way of connecting, just stay with me. Let's dive in. Think about the hugs you've given or received in the past. The ones that fade long instantly usually follow the same tired pattern. A quick pat on the back, a squeeze that lasts 2 seconds, maybe a little awkward laugh to fill the silence. It's friendly, it's safe, and it signals nothing to see here. Her nervous system stays in that light alert mode, polite conversation energy. There's no invitation to relax, no pull towards something more intimate. Those hugs don't spark curiosity. They don't leave her wondering about you later that night. The kind of hug that stays with her does the opposite. It gently breaks those everyday rules in the most respectful way. It shows calm strength and full presence. Here's something I've noticed over and over. Deep attraction isn't built on flashy moves or intense energy. It grows in the quiet spaces when a man is fully there without rushing. When your touch is hurried or unsure, it broadcasts nervousness. But when it's steady and intentional, it says, "I'm solid. You can lean into." That's the foundation women need before romantic feelings can truly bloom. I call this idea body memory. The goal isn't to talk her into liking you. It's to leave a sensory imprint that her body remembers on its own. It's the warmth, the steadiness, the way time seems to slow down for those few seconds. This approach has three simple parts that work together beautifully: the speed, the quiet, and the anchor. Stick with me because in a few minutes, I'm going to show you that one specific spot on her body that acts like a shortcut to deeper connection. It can shift her perception of you from nice guy to someone I can't stop thinking about in under 5 seconds. Let's start with speed, because this is where so many good-hearted men accidentally kill the moment. Most of us move through hugs at normal conversation pace, quick, efficient, a little distracted. That energy feels familiar and safe, but it doesn't stand out. It blends into every other polite interaction she's had that day. Now imagine slowing things down by about 25% right from the start. Not dramatically slow, just noticeably more intentional. As you step in to hug her, let your arms open and come around her with calm purpose. That slight change in pace surprises her brain in the best way. It pulls her attention fully into the present moment. Why does this work so well? Because everyday life is rushed. We're all moving fast, scrolling, thinking ahead to the next thing. When you deliberately slow down, you're saying without words, "Right now, nothing else matters. I'm here with you." She feels that difference immediately. Her mind registers that this isn't the usual script. This man is actually enjoying the closeness instead of rushing through it. That newness sparks curiosity and a little flutter of excitement. I've heard women describe it as suddenly feeling like they could breathe easier, like someone finally saw them instead of just going through the motions. A lot of guys rush because they feel awkward or unsure where to put their hands. I get it. Touch can feel vulnerable, but the man who controls his own pace controls the emotional temperature of the entire interaction. She naturally matches your rhythm. Slow becomes an invitation to settle in. Practice this in low-stakes moments first. At the end of a good conversation with a friend, or even with family, notice how it feels in your own body to move with that calm confidence. Over time, it becomes natural, and that's when the real magic happens. Next comes the quiet. This part might feel uncomfortable at first if you're used to filling every silence, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful. Once you're in the hug, say nothing. No little comments, no jokes, no nervous chatter, just hold the moment. Let your breath stay steady and deep. Don't pat her back or shift your weight restlessly. Simply be there. Silence in a hug does something profound to the nervous system. It removes all the mental work of processing words and social cues. Her brain can finally stop thinking and start feeling. The warmth of your chest, the steady beat of your heart, the solid way you're holding space for her. In that quiet, she drops from alert and polite into a deeper state of relaxation and openness. That's where real connection lives. Safety and attraction can coexist beautifully when the mind isn't busy performing. I remember one woman telling me about a hug like this. She said the silence made her realize how rarely anyone just held her without needing something in return. No performance, no agenda, just presence. She felt seen in a way that surprised her, and that memory stayed with her long after. Being quiet shows you're comfortable in. You don't need constant validation or noise to feel okay. That kind of grounded confidence is magnetic because it's so rare. In a world full of people who talk just to fill space, your calm silence becomes a gift. Now, let's talk about the anchor, the part that ties everything together and makes the hug unforgettable. Most guys put their hands high on the back or on the shoulders. It's polite, friendly, and completely neutral. In body language terms, it reinforces the "we're just friends" message. To create that lasting body memory, you want to place one hand lower, right on the curve of her lower back. Not grabbing, not pushing. Just a firm, warm, steady presence there. This spot is special. It's vulnerable enough to feel intimate without crossing lines. The lower back is where many people carry tension, and a calm hand there communicates support and protection on a deep, instinctive level. It says, "I've got you," without a single word. Women often describe this as feeling both safe and exciting at the same time. It's not aggressive, it's clear and confident. You're showing that you're comfortable leading in a gentle way, and that you're not afraid of closeness. The science here is fascinating. Touch in that area activates parasympathetic responses, helping her body relax while also heightening awareness of the connection. Combined with your slowed pace and quiet presence, it creates a full sensory experience. Her body remembers the warmth, the gentle pressure, the way you made her feel protected and desired. Weeks later, she might not recall the conversation, but she'll remember how that hug felt. That's the body memory at work. Let me paint a fuller picture of how this all comes together in real life. Imagine you've had a great conversation with a woman you're interested in. The evening is winding down. Instead of the usual quick goodbye hug, you pause for a breath, step in slowly, and wrap your arms around her. One hand finds that natural curve at her lower back, while the other rests higher for balance. You move with that deliberate calm, settle into the embrace, and simply breathe with her. No words, just steady presence for 5 to 8 seconds. When you release, do it gradually, maintaining eye contact for a moment with a small, genuine smile. She'll feel the difference immediately. Her body will have registered something new and compelling. That memory can linger, making her look forward to seeing you again. It plants a quiet seed of attraction that grows naturally over time. Of course, this only works when it comes from a place of genuine respect and care. This isn't about gaming the system. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally creates moments of real human connection. Before you can master the technique, you have to cultivate that inner stillness. Confidence isn't loud. It's the ability to be fully present without needing to prove anything. Think about your daily life. How often do you rush through interactions? Start practicing presence in small ways. When you're talking with anyone, really listen. Notice your breath, relax your shoulders. Over time, this inner calm becomes your default setting, and it shows in every touch, every glance, every conversation. Women pick up on it instantly. They feel safer around men who feel safe in themselves. I've heard so many stories that reinforce this. One woman shared how a simple hug like this from a new acquaintance made her realize her current relationship lacked that depth of presence. Another said it felt like coming home after a long, stressful day, warm, grounding, and quietly thrilling. These aren't dramatic tales. They're quiet, human moments that reveal how much we all crave real connection in our fast-paced world. Let's address some common concerns. What if she doesn't hug back fully? That's okay, respect the moment and release naturally. This approach is about reading the energy between you, not forcing anything. Always prioritize consent and mutual comfort. If the vibe isn't right, a normal friendly hug is perfect. The beauty of this method is that it feels good for both people when the timing and connection are genuine. Another question I often get, how do you build up to this? Start with friends and people you already have platonic comfort with. Notice how slowing down and adding that lower back anchor changes the feeling. Pay attention to their responses. The way they relax, the soft smile afterward, the lingering eye contact, those are your clues that it's landing well. Expand this beyond hugs too. The same principles, slow, quiet, intentional touch, apply to other moments of connection. A gentle hand on the shoulder when comforting someone, guiding her through a crowded room with light pressure at the lower back. These small gestures build a pattern of safe, exciting presence that deepens attraction over time. Modern dating can feel so disconnected. We text, we swipe, we keep things surface level. But the men who stand out are the ones who know how to create real moments. They understand that women want to feel safe enough to let their guard down and excited enough to want more. That balance of protection and desire is pure gold. Your calm hug communicates both at once. Let me share a longer story to bring this to life. Sarah was at a friend's gathering, feeling a bit overwhelmed by the crowd. She'd been chatting with Mark, a guy she knew casually through work. As the night ended, he offered a hug goodbye. But instead of the usual quick squeeze, he slowed down, drew her in gently, and rested one hand warmly on the curve of her lower back. He stayed quiet, breathing steadily, fully present. Sarah told me later that in those few seconds, the noise of the party faded. She felt held, protected, and strangely alive. For days afterward, she caught herself smiling at the memory. It wasn't dramatic, but it made her see Mark differently, more interesting, more solid. That single moment opened the door to real conversations, and eventually something deeper. Stories like this remind me how powerful simple human touch can be when done with intention. We underestimate it because it's quiet, but quiet things often leave the deepest marks. As you practice, remember that your overall energy matters most. Work on your posture. Stand tall but relaxed. Keep your movements smooth and purposeful. Cultivate interests and a life that excite you, so you're not seeking validation from every interaction. When you feel full with yourself, your presence becomes a gift rather than a need. Women notice men who are comfortable being still. In a world full of distraction and performance, your ability to slow down and truly be there is incredibly attractive. It shows emotional maturity and strength. It tells her that with you, she can relax and be herself. Let's talk more about the neuroscience behind why this works, because understanding it makes you even more confident. When you hug slowly and steadily, you activate the vagus nerve and encourage oxytocin release, the bonding hormone. The lower back touch stimulates areas rich in nerve endings connected to feelings of safety and pleasure. Silence reduces cortisol stress and allows her to drop into a more parasympathetic state. All of this happens naturally when you show up calm and present. It's not magic, it's biology meeting genuine connection. Of course, every woman is different. Some may take longer to open up. Pay attention to her body language. If she leans in, that's a good sign. If she pulls back slightly, respect it and keep things light. The goal is always mutual enjoyment, not a specific outcome. I want to emphasize the ethical side here. This knowledge is powerful, so use it to create positive experiences. Focus on being a man of integrity, kind, respectful, and emotionally aware. When you approach touch from that place, it feels natural and right for everyone involved. Think about your own experiences with touch. Recall moments when someone held you in a way that made you feel truly safe and valued. What was different about those hugs? Usually, it's that same combination of slowness, stillness, and caring placement. We all remember how those moments made us feel. Now you have the tools to offer that gift to others. As we wrap up, I want you to carry this forward. The next time you have the But more importantly, remember to show up as your calmest, most confident self. That inner work is what makes the outer technique truly powerful. This isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming more present, more human, more connected. In a noisy, hurried world, your quiet strength will stand out. Women will feel it. They'll remember how you made them feel safe and excited at the same time, and that memory will draw them closer naturally. You have everything you need already inside you. The ability to create these moments comes from caring enough to slow down and be fully there. Practice with patience and kindness toward yourself. Notice the small shifts in how people respond to you. Over time, you'll see how this changes your relationships for the better. Thank you for staying with me through all of this. It means you're serious about growing and connecting on a deeper level. Go out into your life and practice presence, not as a strategy, but as an expression of who you truly are. A man of quiet confidence. A man who understands that the most powerful things often happen in the spaces between words. Your touch, when offered with care, can speak volumes. It can say, I see you, you're safe with me, and I'm right here. Take a deep breath right now. Feel your feet on the ground. Relax your shoulders. That calm energy is what you'll bring into every interaction moving forward. You've got this. The women in your life, whether friends, dates, or future partners, will feel the difference, and you'll feel more alive and connected too. Remember, the deepest attraction grows from genuine moments of human closeness. You don't need fancy lines or big gestures. You just need to show up fully with steady hands and an open heart. That's the real secret. That's what makes her remember you long after the hug ends. Not as just another guy, but as the one who made her feel truly held. Keep practicing. Keep listening to that inner voice that knows how to connect. And that by being more present, you're already becoming the kind of man who naturally draws people in. It's a beautiful way to move through the world, and the people around you will be grateful for it, even if they can't always put it into words. So go ahead, try this in your next interaction. Notice everything: the way time slows, the warmth exchanged, the subtle spark that lingers. Then come back and reflect on how it felt for both of you. That reflection is how you grow. That's how you turn good intentions into natural skill. In the end, it's all about being human together. Touch, presence, quiet moments. These are the threads that weave real relationships. You're capable of creating them. Start today and watch how your world opens up in beautiful, unexpected ways. You've taken the first step by being here and absorbing all of this. Now, take it into your life with an open heart and steady hands. The connections waiting for you will be deeper and more rewarding than you can imagine.